Hey y'all, I'm Alisa Nicole and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing a get ready with me slash my Meps experience. Initially it was going to be all three of my Meps experiences, then I cut it to two, and then I cut it to one because it was just so long. So there will be a part 2 and 3. So this is my first one and I hope y'all enjoy it. That's good, y'all. I hope y'all can see my whole head because I just filmed this video and half my head was cut off. That's the thing about not having a camera. This is supposed to be a get ready with me video, and I'm already done with my makeup, almost done with my makeup. Anyway, we gonna start over. We're gonna start all the way over. I hope y'all can see me. So, the first time I went to Meps, I guess I'll start at the hotel. Because anytime you go to Meps, you're gonna be staying in a hotel the night before. They pay for it. So, check-in time is in between 3 and 6. It's either 3 and 6 or 3 and 7. I think it's 3 and 6. I don't know, whatever. It's between one of those times. So you check in, but you don't check in at the front desk. You check in at the what they call it? It's like a little military briefing room. So it's like in the back of the hotel. So check in there, and since I went during COVID, they check your temperature, and then you also have to bring your COVID papers that you got from your recruiter, and it's just letting them know that you quarantined for 14 days before you went to Meps. So you turn that in, they take your temperature, and you sign in, and then once they get to like a certain amount of people in that room, then they brief that group of people. So what they're briefing you over is basically how to conduct yourself at the hotel, tell you about the curfew. It's the curfew at 10 p.m. You have to be in your room. You don't have to be asleep, but you have to be in your room by 10 because you have to be up the next morning by, is it 3:30? 3:30. Your wake up call is at 3:30, and you have to be down for breakfast by 4 o'clock. So you can leave by, I think we left for like, it was before 5. So they brief you over that, and then they tell you you have to be back downstairs. For the Air Force, it was 8:30 that day to be briefed for Meps. So they tell you that. And that day, my first time, I drove my own car. And so I had to drive to Meps the next morning. And so I had to register my vehicle at that time. And then once you do all that, you show them your ID or whatever, and then you get your key card. And then you fill out your meal voucher for dinner. You pick whatever dinner you want, and then you pick a time to come down to pick it up. So I think that time I picked mine up like at 6:30. So after the briefing and all that, I went upstairs and I came back down to pick my dinner up. Got my dinner, went back upstairs. Then I went back down for the briefing at 8:30, and then I went back upstairs. I went back upstairs and I took a shower and tried to go to sleep, but since it was my first time going to Meps, I was kind of anxious, so I didn't go to sleep until after 12. And I woke up, I set my own alarm for 2 o'clock, so I woke up at 2. So I got like an hour or so of sleep that night, And I woke up at 2 because I know I like to take my time when I get ready. I like to lay in bed for a little bit first, and then I don't like to rush, you know. And I still had to like put my stuff back in my car. So I woke up at 2. I was downstairs by close to 4 o'clock, a little bit before 4 o'clock. And so I packed my car, and then I went to go turn in my key card. You show them your ID, turn in your key card, get your meal voucher for breakfast, go to the little restaurant that they have, and then you eat breakfast. You eat breakfast. Let me finish my makeup. So you eat breakfast, and then after breakfast, you line up to go to, you line up so they can take roll to make sure everybody is there. So you line up by like the people that's shipping on the left and the people that's just there to go to Meps, like for processing or testing or whatever you're doing that day on the right. So after that, once they see everybody is there, you get on the bus. Or if you drove, they dismiss you to drive to Meps. And what's crazy was I didn't know where I was going when they dismissed me. Like, I didn't know where the Meps building was. And I didn't want to be the person that, you know, go back and be like, I don't know where I'm going. So I waved this dude down when he was passing me up in his truck. And I was like, you know where you're going? And then he was like, yeah, follow me. Y'all, this dude was driving so freaking fast. I was scared for my life. Like, I'm not even over exaggerating. He was driving so fast. And I had to follow him the whole way. Mind you, it's 4 something in the morning. It's still dark outside. I had to say a prayer, y'all. I was like, Lord, please allow me to get there safe. No problems, no issues, because I don't know what's going to happen. So after we got there safely, we parked and found out we had to pay. We had to pay for parking. We had to pay for parking, and it was $15. And then I find out later on that day I could have paid just $5. Yes, just $5, but I'll get to that. Okay, get to my hair. Okay, so we get there, and them bus drivers be driving fast too, because by the time we parked and paid for parking and all that, they were there. So we go in front of the Meps building. It's right across the street from where we parked. And then they line us up by female, male, and then the shippers. So after they line us up or whatever, a security guard comes out and briefs us on how to conduct ourselves, what not to bring in there, like if we have any weapons, if we have any sharp objects, to take off all our jewelry. Boys can have on earrings. Women are allowed 1 pair of earrings, studs, some type of stud. So after he does that, we go in, and then they check our temperature in there also. We write it down and sign in. And then we go through security. It's like airport security. That's what it reminds me of. But we go through security, go upstairs, and then we go to the 3rd floor, and then we get like tags for our bags so we can put our bags in the baggage room So we do that, and then we go to our liaison's office. So once I went to my liaison's office, he had us, okay, I'm acting like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. The liaison office is whatever branch you're going to. So there's the Air Force liaison, the Army liaison, the Coast Guard, Navy liaison, whatever branch you're going to. So I went to the Air Force liaison. So went there, and then he had us turn our COVID forms into him, show him our ID and our social security card. And then after that, he gave us, no. After that, we waited a little bit outside the office because it's like chairs in the hallway. And waited on this other person to come get us and take us to the control desk so we can get fingerprinted. We got fingerprinted, and then we got our IDs with our name on there. I think some Meps stations, because before I went, they said, well, I've seen that they take a picture and you have like a picture ID, but I didn't have a picture ID. I just had an ID with my name on there. And like, it was labeled with whatever I was doing that day. So I was just testing that day. So after we did that, all the people that was testing had to go to the waiting room. So by that time, I think it was like 6 maybe. It was probably like 6. So we go to the waiting room. And we're waiting for a good hour, maybe. And then the man came in there, because the only people that was in there was the people that were only testing that day. So the man came in there and told us it was going to be a while, so I needed to go move my car. So this is where it got a little funny, because I was tired. I lost my sense of direction by that time, y'all. So I asked, can I go move my car? And that's when I found out I could have just paid $5. He was like, yeah, it's only $5 parking right across the street. I was like, wow, now somebody tells me. So I went to the control desk where we got our fingerprint or whatever, and the man said I can go. I just had to turn my ID in and get it back when I come back. So I was like, okay, but so I told y'all I lost my sense of direction by this time. So I walk away, and I'm like, where am I going? Where's the elevator, you know? And the man was looking at me kind of funny when I walked away. I noticed. And hold on. And I see an elevator, but there's obviously more than one elevator in there. So I'm pressing this button and it's not doing nothing. This elevator is obviously out of order, I realize. So I'm like, dang, I don't know where I'm at. I do not know where I'm at. Where am I going? So I seen this Asian girl that I was talking to earlier in the day. And I asked her, and then she was like, yes, over there. I was like, okay. And that's why when I found out why that man was looking at me crazy when I walked away, because I was going the wrong way. So after that, there's more than one way you can get to this elevator. So I wasn't trying to pass the man up, you know. I was trying to pass him up, you know, because he already knew I was going the wrong way. He could have told me though. So it was either pass him up or go through the room to the elevator, or go in this door straight to the elevator. So on this door was a sign. It said, I read it, y'all. I read it. It says, do not enter, use other door. Y'all, I read the sign and I still went inside this door. I still used this door. So I opened the door. It didn't open all the way. It did not open all the way. It was like something blocking it to where it couldn't open all the way. But when you open it, like you go in and you go that way to the elevator. But the man was over there and I could see him. And then he was like, don't use that door. He was yelling. I was like, oh my God, he's making a big scene. I was like, sorry. So I closed the door and I went all the way around, had to pass him up, and he just shaking his head. So I made it to the elevator and I'm going down. I'm already going down. I'm on the elevator. And I think to myself, where am I going without my car keys?
Bruh.
Yeah. I just shook my head like, oh my God, I gotta pass this man up again. He gonna be on my ass still. So I went back up there. He shaking his head some more. I was gonna get my keys out the baggage room. I didn't even look at them the next time I passed them up. And then I went to go move my car. After I turned in my name tag. I think I've been turned it in, but I didn't know. But anyway, I went to go move my car, and then I came back up, had to pass him up again. I had to get my name tag from him. I was like, sorry about the door. And then he was like, happens to the best of us. So, yeah, I did that. And then I went back to the waiting room and didn't test until almost 12 o'clock, y'all. We got there at 5 o'clock. I didn't test until after 12 o'clock. Now that tells you how long we waited to test. Okay, so once they call me for testing, they take your paperwork or whatever, and they take you downstairs to the second floor to test. That's where the testing, I think, the second floor. So went to the second floor, and let's do this right here. Went to the second floor and started the test. I was ready though. I was ready for the test, y'all. I was ready, but I wasn't ready. What I wasn't ready for was the 2 tests after that. Like, I was not prepared. Like, I wasn't expecting that. It was a personality test, which was over 100 questions. And then it was a computer literacy test, which was about 60 questions. So imagine taking those 2 tests after an over 2-hour test. So I was drained after that and just ready to go. And I felt like I didn't pass anything. I was just ready to go. So I went up to the test proctor and he was like, so how you think you did? And then I was like, I don't think I did good. I just wanted my results and I just wanted to go home. But I did really good. And he was just like, congratulations. Go take this to your liaison. And after that, you know, I got a burst of energy because I did good. I was like, okay, maybe it was worth it. Maybe all this was worth it. So I went to my liaison. He just said congratulations and told me to go check out because I was only testing that day. So I went to the control desk. No. I went to go get my bags first, and then I went to the control desk to check out, turn in my my name tag, took my fingerprints again, and then I was gone. And that was my first I think that's it. That was my first experience at Meps. I think my best experience was the second time I went though, because I didn't have to wait long really for anything that day. It was just like, because we were doing so much. But I feel like I'm just gonna make a part 2 for that, and then a part 3. Like, it's just gonna be separate because this video is already long enough. It's already long enough. So yeah, y'all, that was my experience. My first experience in Meps, you know. Okay, that was my first Meps experience. I hope y'all got some type of good insight about anything that y'all were wondering. I will be posting my second and third experiences. The second is it'll be my processing, physical, and swear-in, and then my third one will be all about the D-Lab, what I used to study for it in 3 days, and how I did. So y'all stay tuned for those and much more. I got y'all.